We have a metric that we rate our success by. And it's really important because what I have seen over the years is if an agent could sell a policy in their first week, they likely have the capability long-term to be successful. So, and that's measured by after they get trained and then by leads and go in their first week making sales. If they make a sale, they have a great shot at long-term success. If they don't make a sale, this is not the business for them. So case in point, with telesales in February, of all the agents that we enrolled, went through our mentorship one-on-one program with Tim, bought leads like they were instructed to at the rate and quantity, and then went out and start selling on the phone, only 80% were successful, which to me is fantastic because the failure rate in the business is 95% of all agents. So 80% was our success rate, but contrast that with final expense face-to-face, same metric with David Heath, for example. We had same thing, agents that came in February, went through the one-on-one mentorship with David, bought leads like they were instructed in the right type and quantity, and then actually went out and sell. Our face-to-face agents had a 95% success rate making sales in their first week. So there's a difference, 80% versus 95%. Both our trainers are excellent. We're picky with who we choose. We want to make sure we choose the best candidates for the Ford Insurance Group. And there's definitely a difference in the success rates, at least on an initial success rate, which I think is indicative of the challenge that comes with success in the telesales space. So that needs to be considered. There's no perfect business model, okay? There's pros and cons to face-to-face, and there are pros and cons to telesales. If you guys are looking for the business model that just prints money but has no risk elements to it, you're never going to find that, okay? There's always problems in life. You know, you can have good problems or bad problems, right? And in business, what you have to decide in our space and final expenses, what set of problems can you accommodate towards the most and manage? Can you manage the fact if you are okay with the issues with telesales and you're just going to make up for it with more work and working on yourself harder, and go for it. Be a telesales agent. You know, if you're not quite sure of that and you just are kind of more old-fashioned, you like face-to-face, talking to people in person, please sell face-to-face. There are successful agents in either category. Our top agents in telesales, I can think of a couple of them are writing 30, 40,000 plus a month. Our top agents in face-to-face, same thing. So it's not like one is going to outproduce the other. What happened is that agent carefully considered the pros and cons like we're doing, and they chose the right arrangement that best suited their personality type and work ethic. And that's really what you have to do here, okay? And how do you make that determination? You go through this process like we did, and whatever you've decided after thinking about this thoughtfully, wherever your bias is, as far as I feel really strongly about telesales or I really feel strongly about face-to-face, do it. And just know that, you know, you're going to be attracted to, some people are still attracted to face-to-face even though they do they are attracted to telesales even though they do face-to-face. But we want to play to our strengths, especially as new agents, because we have to think about this business as we have only one shot to be successful. Most agents flush out 95% of them in the first year, are gone. You never hear about them again because they made flippant decisions that weren't carefully constructed, right? And hopefully that's why you're here, because you recognize that and want to avoid that. Make sure that you trust your instinct and go with the strategy that best suits you. The last thing I'll mention here is that there's this efficiency argument. Efficiency is something that takes a backseat to effectiveness, okay? What is the difference? Well, efficiency is like not wasting your time. So there's a feeling like wasting your time in person is going out there and door knocking and maybe getting nobody to answer the door and wasting time. Well, the difference is it's a lot more effective from a conversion standpoint to go door knock or run face-to-face appointments. Just the conversion ratios are better. So what we want to be concerned with here is how to be effective. How can I be the most effective? And effective in final expense insurance sales is defined as writing business. And ultimately, what is more effective comes back to our original point we made just a moment ago. Where do your strengths lie? Follow the direction in where you want to go that best that best matches who you are and how you envision your business model. You may choose the wrong one, but the cool thing is I truly believe if you go through the process of getting trained, like what we do with one-on-one mentorship, which has made a tremendous difference for our agents' success rates, and you get out there and buy the right quantity and type of leads, and if you don't make a sale in your first week, this business is probably not for you. Assuming you did right and joined an agency that actually cares about training you, which most don't, frankly. And if it doesn't work out, you can always pivot to the other one, okay? You should be making sales in your first full week in the field after being well-trained if you really have the potential to be successful. That's what I've discovered over the years. And the point being is that if you make a wrong decision, you can easily pivot, assuming the rest of the variables mentioned earlier were true.